like want to be good. Yeah. No,
I
but I mean,
think
it's amazing to see all these people and like, some people come around and they're just inspired by inspiration and they're just like they see that like what we're talking about matters, and that in itself is like enticing. Then there's the ones who are like, you know, who are willing to take that leap of faith, if you want to call it that, and like see things in this way and ask these same questions, you know what I mean? And like you said, it's terrifying to do. I mean, to really say, I'm willing to challenge the status quo. I'm willing to say that, like, I'm not going to accept the reality that's presented to me, and I'm going to ask, like, well, what if? You know what I mean? And kind of keep going there and keep pushing it and, pushing yourself. You know what I mean? You're not, like you said, you're not trying to convince anyone. You're not trying to sell anything. You're not trying to, like, package something and then try to feed it to people. It's not about that. It's about you doing it for yourself. You know what I mean? Figuring out for yourself, like, what it's all about. And, like, when you find your tribe, when you find your fellow travelers who are also trying to figure it out for themselves, and now we can all be globally networked and say, we're all trying to figure this out. We're all trying to be better people. We're all doing the best. We all see that things are crazy. People are crazy. Everything is crazy. But we have a choice, of how to live in the craziness. You know what I mean? Do we want to just accept it and be one of those people? Or do we want to create something new? Like, I don't know if you ever read Krishnamurti, but I have. I've been reading some of his stuff, and he was such a brilliant man, the way that he spoke and the things that he said. And like one of his quotes is, "It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a sick society." And I just think that's such a smart thing to say. You know what I mean? Like, just because you fit in, well, if what you fit into is effed up, that doesn't mean that it's okay. Like, but for a lot of people, they're scared, and so they're like, it is okay, even though deep down inside they know it's not. They're like, well, I don't even know how to do something different, and so like this is like where we come in, and it's like we're just showing this is how you do it. It's not that scary. It's actually the most liberating thing and empowering thing you can do, just to be yourself and just, you know what I mean, like offer your services to other people without expecting anything in return. Try it. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we still need to operate in the real world. Unfortunately, we still have to eat and pay for food and pay taxes and pay mortgages and pay for gas and like all the other stuff that's insane. But at the same time, we can live this other parallel life where, you know what I mean? We do the best we can of being good people too, and reaching out to each other and connecting.
I think the magic of the world is that people are good without trying, and I think there's a lot of wonder in that, and we've lost touch with it because we've had everything explained to us and divided and laid out like some sort of what do they call it when they chop up an animal? Some sort of an autopsy. We've dissected everything. We think we've come to the end of the universe. We've got the unified theory coming along, and split the atom and all that junk. Like, we have amazing power. There's no doubt. And that then the question that keeps coming up is, well, what do we do next? What do we do next? What do we do next? And a lot of people aren't going to be willing to answer that because they don't think they're qualified. So how do we get them to even ask the question of themselves when they don't think they're worth it? There's so many issues with like awakening the population, and the unpredictability of it is what keeps a lot of it from happening. I mean, you have a big audience. You've got lots of conversations happening, but when you get to the end of the conversation, what do you do next? Like, it really is. People want to know what to do next, and we have to decide. But there's no clear mechanism on how to figure out what we want as opposed to what I want or what you want. And that's really something that I would like to drive, because it's. No, I've lost my thought.
No, no, I can pick up on it. I mean, I hear exactly what you're saying, and maybe that's where the web kind of fits into this whole thing. Is that once you